welcome to my latest flip. So this is the basement area, lots of timber, worth its weight in gold right now. As you can see, this is bare stone, a few acro props. This needs serious tanking to stop water coming in. It is a basement space, it's basically surrounded by water. If you walk up into the property, bit of damage, someone headbutted the wall down there. And you can see the walls are quite blackened. This is because of fire damage. Nothing really too heavily affected, but you'll see it all when you come on the site visit. But as you can see, it's not the worst house, but there is pretty much no floor. As you can see, we're putting joists in. Otherwise, there's doors and radiators as floors. Lots of fire damage on the walls. If you walk up the stairs, they're pretty unaffected. This is a tip. This is an absolute wreck, and there is so much to do. It's 170 square meters large. So on 4 stories, we're covering basement tanking. We're even doing a loft conversion, or we're correcting the loft. So, there is a lot that we are doing. So for more information, come to my site day on the 22nd of January. So thanks for watching the quick little tour of my site. Now, this is a project that's going to generate over £40,000 profit. I got it direct to vendor, and it's got an interesting legal story on the title, which I'll explain on the site day. But I really want to just talk you through what we're going to be covering and why it's important that you come to this site day, and actually why it's going to benefit you and save you and make you way more than this small amount that you have to invest. Now, when you're starting out, you really don't know what you're doing. And I can attest for that. When I started out, I had no bleeding clue. The amount of times I lost money and missed out on making money and getting higher valuations, and the list is endless, because I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't understand how to find, manage, and vet builders. I didn't know how to project manage them, or even how to manage a project in of itself. I had pretty much no construction, even basics or foundational skill levels. Now, you might be thinking, hold on, sounds a bit like me. I have this sort of job, or I do this, and I'm coming into this, trying to build a portfolio, trying to do flips. But actually, the refurb's the scariest part. The amount of people that say to me, oh, I'm really scared about finding a builder. Oh, I'm scared about working with them. And the truth is, you should be, in a good way. You should be wary, and you should use it to protect you. And this is one of the things that I'm going to be talking about. My actual builder is going to be there as well on the day, is that how do you find builders? How do you manage them? How do you vet them? And how do you tie it all together with the right contracts and agreements so you're both protected, because it is a two-way street. How do you protect? Are you protecting yourself? And then we're going to look at pricing up projects, because this is a big project. It's a £56,000 refurbishment. So we're going to talk about pricing that up, how you can do it yourself, because if you're going on viewings and you don't know how to price up a refurb, you can't analyze a deal. That's a fact. You can't. You have to be able to price it up, to put it into your spreadsheet, also then work out the end value and work out what you can offer and if it's a deal. So getting it right is really, really important. I'm at a stage now where I generally am sort of 5 to 10% within what it actually costs, or within what the quote comes back as. You need to be in those kind of or lower tolerances. So I'm going to show you that. We're also going to talk about interior design and colors, because this project of mine is a flip. This is even more important than a rental or a BR or a buy to let, like by far, way, way more important. And like I said, we are going to go through everything as much as we can. It's 4 hours on site. It's a chance for you to ask and answer all of your questions. The builder's going to be on site, probably with some of his lads as well. This is a live refurb, 20 to 25 days after it started. So you're seeing it kind of when it's a skeleton, but also once we've started to fix the old stuff and put in new things. So you really get to see it kind of as it's turning from being, a shithole into being something beautiful, but still a building site, and still, seeing the kind of skeleton and what's underneath the skin of it, And of course, within this is an in-depth tour and knowledge share. Now, this is one refurb. I've done 16 before this. You're getting my knowledge from all 16 refurbishments. This is not just a one-off, right? I want you to understand the process. Like I said, it's a 170 square meter house, 4 stories, 4 bed. There's a basement. So there's going to be damp works, which is, a totally new thing for a lot of people, and something a lot of people are scared of. There's loft space, which isn't compliant at the moment. So we're getting regs involved, and we're making it compliant, because it's going to be a nice 4th bedroom, principal bedroom with an ensuite. And I mentioned earlier, it's risky doing refurbs. And I always say this, for me, it's one of the hardest and riskiest parts of property. Do you know what you're doing? You cannot do this blindly. The amount of money you will lose, and I say will because you will, if you're not educated on refurbs, is huge. You need to understand them, and you need to have, like I said, the construction basics to get going. It's very easy for a builder to pull the wool over your eyes. So, go to this site here. I'll put a link below. I'll send you details for this. But, the first 5 people get a discount. I think we've got 3 or 4 people signed up already. So, you better hop to it. It's on the 22nd of January in South Wales on a Saturday. So if you work, not a problem. You should be able to make it. There is a limited number of tickets. There will be a limited number of people. I just find it's kind of, you kind of get your questions answered more. It's a bit more intimate, and you can really see the property and understand it, and also learn from each other and network with each other. Last time I had people, finding their builders on my site, potentially doing JV, sourcing deals. So it's a really, really good place to network, as well as actually, learn what a refurb is and how it works. So some more feedback, and I'm going to show you shortly some testimonials from people who are here. But look, go to this site, read a bit about it, and get your ticket here. And I look forward to seeing you on the day.
Well, I visited both of Tej's site days, and I have to say the valley's been amazing. Like, I've learned so much, I've met great people, and there's a massive difference between seeing pictures of a property before it's refurb and after it's refurb, and actually being there in the flesh.
Having an awareness of the bigger picture and everything that goes into the mix with a project, and also to appreciate that things won't go to plan, accept that at the outset, and just evolve and keep going throughout to get to the outcome that
1,000,000%, because it opens your eyes to the reality of property. It's not homes under the hammer or what you see on people's YouTube channels. Like, this is the real back to brick, from the bricks, from the start to the finish. Like, you see everything, you understand everything. It's not theory, this is like the practical, physical stuff.
Interestingly, in terms of the level of investment to be here today, the balance of time and the actual cost, that was actually an analysis I did prior to the trip up, because I thought, okay, the projects I have underway are going to cost this much in terms of time and money, and I thought I'd rather know about certain aspects now rather than find out the hard way when things have potentially gone a little bit wrong further down the line. So yeah, for me, a definite big plus to have been here, and will take what I've learnt and apply it literally in the coming days, weeks and months.
The site day, would you say that you're going to make that much or save that much? Has it been worth it financially?
100%, without a doubt. In fact, when you advertise this, I had no doubt. I was already like, this I'm definitely going to do. 100%, no doubt.